When building, one often gets ideas. These ideas can come and go. What happens when you have a thought that simply cannot leave your mind? One thought that floats around your mind that you simply can't get rid of, and you can't do anything else because that stupid idea is still in your mind and taking up all your time. And all you can think about is completing that stupid building! So I did. I'm back. Today's Forever Old episode, we are going to be expanding, and as you can see, I've already done quite some work. It took me quite a while, but I managed to complete another hill. Now, it's not nearly as decorated as this, but the trees will come eventually, and it is fully 360. So as long as I put the trees in, everything will look great. The only part I haven't done yet is the top layer. Debating on if I want to put a top layer on it yet, because I put a top layer on this one, and now I'm thinking I might be doing something extra with it. Still, however, I might do coarse with this because it's a different dirt, so I'm debating. But today we have a different focus entirely. It is time to start work on this right here. Yeah, placing all these blocks are gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna cut until I'm done. Yeah, that sentence, till I'm done, oh, he had no idea. And, I thought to myself, placing this basalt would be pretty easy. I just do it. Only took me like 3 hours. Let's get started with this castle. I got it all cleared out. I still got to put some of the soul sand in. But, yeah. Let's start this castle. Now, let me paint you a picture. You see, I love Disney World. Or Disneyland, whatever one we have in Florida is. I love it. My mother worked there, so I got to be around the Disney Castle a lot, and she was Pocahontas, and then she was Belle. I think. Not in that order. I don't know the exact times where she was what, but I basically just grew up with Disney. So, to pay homage, I wanted to make a castle. And the castle I was going for was very similar style to Disney's castle. However, I knew that I didn't want to rip it off exactly because that'll be for a future video. But I know I wanted to at least have it look similar in color palette and overall style, but with my own twist. The first tower is done. And might I say, I really like it. There is a lot of details that I definitely want to change. I don't know if I like it being all the way blue and this specific color, but the goal is to give this place a background, so when you're walking you see the tower off in the distance and you'll see the rest of the castle. It'll be something, wow, that's really cool, and it will always, my plan is to make it always see through in the background of everything. You could be chilling in the camp, you could be looking up, you could be seeing the towers through the mountains. You could be chilling in the village, and it'll eventually be in here. You'll see it clearly, up and around. So this will be a 360 build, which will be really hard for me. I'm not very good at 360 builds. You can kind of tell over there, I kind of just leave things flat. But I want to challenge myself and give myself a project that I think I can handle, but it is going to be different. I want to do a thing about how the castle's actually going really great, but it's raining, and I don't like the rain. This is where I started to lock in, as we say. Yeah, there's not much words for this. I literally just decided that it was go time. And this is what I mean by when you have that build stuck in your head, and you absolutely just want to get it done. Don't really care how long it takes, as long as it just gets finished. Because now, in your mind, it's just stuck. And if you don't finish it, it feels wrong. This went on for like 3 hours of how do I build an interesting building that I've, one, never built before, and two, have never really planned. That's also another thing. I'm a free builder. I just don't really enjoy building things twice. They definitely cause problems. I many times you can just see me just sit and ponder on what exactly am I going to do. And that's exactly that. But I find that the joy of building, the joy of trying to figure out what am I actually going to build for this. Structures are pretty simple. Not as simple as in terms of, just knowing what to do and how to build them, but in terms of castles, I had to do a bunch of research. I had to figure out what type of castles am I looking at, which is why I chose a Disney castle, because other castles I was looking at, yeah, the feel was there and the creative element is there, but I don't know what I'm doing. You see, this video is very special because this building is not done. Even what you see right now where it's getting constructed, and even in the final parts of this video from what you saw from the start, that's not what it looks like currently. I'm working on shading and different ways of texturing that I didn't think were in my range, but that's the goal. See, I find it such a struggle to show off how I'm building. I don't know how to explain to the viewers that, you know, what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. It's all one big mess, and it just happens to work together, which is just my style of building, and I feel like that doesn't make for the best of videos. I mean, I hope that I can figure out a better way of potentially showing, but the problem is that this building was such on my mind that I just had to get it done all in one go. But that sure took a lot of this episode's time. Today's episode was supposed to be about around the castle, of which we will do, but I feel like now I'm inclined to just finish this castle's details. But otherwise, it's going pretty good. I still have some materials I gotta gather and interiors I have to do. I have no plan for the inside, so I'm really gonna need y'all's help on that. You have no idea how long this project has been in my head, and it's finally come out on the world. I think it looks pretty good. I still gotta build some stuff because remember you're supposed to walk, but I think it gives that backdrop that I wanted. Yeah, using a castle for a backdrop. I'm kind of nuts, but wherever you are, I want the castle to be the middle point. And I feel like I'm doing a decent job at that. I might expand it this way because I do feel like the castle is kind of flat because it has no back. But that's a project for a different day. Or honestly, if I can figure out how to expand this without it looking weird, I might do some more work with it, but we'll see. I'm definitely just gonna finish up some of these little bits because yeah, I definitely need to. Ever reach a flow state? Yeah, that's what I'm hitting right now. I added warped planks to give my towers a darker look, and I'm currently loving every piece of this. It is 2 o'clock, so whenever this next recording is, editing node, good luck. But I am going to wrap this up tomorrow, so tomorrow's will be finished. I'll do something with that. Yeah, instead, the next day, I decide to explore an ancient city. I've been looking for the armor trim silence for a upcoming project of mine, and I haven't found it for 3 months. It's really rare, and I wanted to find it, but then this happened as I was exploring. Oh, I wasn't recording. Oh, I wasn't recording. Oh, I wasn't recording, but I did it. Oh, you have no idea. Finally got silence. Oh my god. I don't know why that took so long. Literally look through how much golden apples I've gotten through this. I've gotten 12 enchanted golden apples, and I was just about to finish writing up this city. Oh my god. Yeah, it was right here. That is so... Oh. Okay, I'm going to finish up looting, and then I'm going to head back home. Look how far I've gone. A lot of you may know I used the Voxy mod, which is insane. If I fly a little bit further, I'm even farther than I was last time. Those are the ancient cities that I've been to before, and then that all the way over there is the castle. I'm so far that I don't think it registers the... Oh wait, there's the city. Oh my god, yeah, I'm 8,000 blocks, but you can barely just see the castle. Oh, you have no idea how excited this makes me. I mean, really, it was just trying to get the stupid silence trim. Oh my god. But while I'm out here, I might as well get some more resources because, yeah, the building's going good, and I just need a little bit of break. Thankfully, getting back is really easy because I have a stasis chamber, and all I have to do is get one of my alt accounts on, and then I just click it, and boom, I'm home. So 7,000 blocks traveled in, give or take a minute or two, which is really helpful because I cannot imagine trying to get back all the way. That sucks. But having those stasis chambers is really helpful. Finally, I can cross off the list of having almost every armor trim. I've actually done quite a good job of getting nearly all of them. And thankfully, also from the ancient city, I got a bunch of diamonds. So I can kind of just use them to make my trims. And I don't have to worry about not having enough diamonds to make more. Oh, you have no idea that this this has took me so many months to finally get, and now I don't have to worry about it at all. And I got all this extra redstone loot, which is super useful. They're actually like very useful to get repeaters and pistons and like the small stuff, because like when would you ever think to grab that stuff out of Ancient City? But I'm glad I did, because I was running low on my redstone resources. I think I finally refreshed my brain enough to continue more on this castle. It is taking so long, but it is looking good every single time. Well, sometimes I feel big brain. My friend Ethan, otherwise known as Deadly Wolf on the server, had this moss farm, and it's been broken for literally almost a year now. It's crazy. And I single-handedly fixed it with no tutorial or nothing. I understood how it worked, and then I did it. I actually can't believe I did it. So now I got 2 sources of bone meal, because I've officially ran out of bone blocks for the base. Kind of sucks. So now I have 2 farms going to see how much bones I get. Yippee. So you want to know something interesting? I decided to, you know, fly over to my friend Wolfix, or otherwise known as Aspen. He had a bone meal farm that worked great, but one day it just stopped working. It turns out this guy had a bunch of bone meal that I could have been using this whole freaking time. I will now be taking this bone meal, but I will be repairing this farm because I still need a lot of bone meal. So let's fix this both now. Oh my god, I am so good at this game. I have fixed another bone meal farm. This was Aspen's. This has been here for longer than Ethan's. About 9 months ago, maybe. Oh my god, I can't believe I fixed it. Let's go. I have now 4 bone meal producing farms in the world. This is awesome. I actually really understand this design. Oops. Well, it's really unfortunate. But one of the things I do know is that I have to be careful, and I need to set up a bubble elevator next to it and put my ender pearl, because this farm has a big problem with breaking, and that's because it's chunk based. So if you leave the dispensers, and sometimes the observers can get unsynced, and that's why errors happen. Let's get back to building. I did a smart move, I think. Instead of having these like open, I used terracotta and put these like little windows in between the little stone pillars. I think they look good. I like the different color it gives the build. I also added like these little things, these little iron bars here. I think they add a little bit of color, and I don't know, I like the little guardrails on the side. And then finally realized that yeah, these towers aren't going to cut it, so we're going to have to make some more. Which, you know, it took me a little bit, to be completely honest with you, but I think it turned out pretty good. I'm trying to go for this background look so that the towers aren't too like overwhelming, and then have like this upper floor of cobblestone that kind of just sits there, and it gives different elevation to the build. But here's I start building the actual overall towers. I'm basically just copy pasting the design I did from the first one. Now I will say the first one is probably the most detailed out of all of them, because I was just trying to really copy and paste and get it done, which I don't necessarily like doing, but I'm human and I'm lazy, so deal with it. But here's the thing, I could sit here and I could bore you with every single roof I built, or I show you this one, and yes, I put diamonds in my roof. I thought they looked cool. But I could show you this one, or technically 2, and you don't have to see the rest of these roofs getting built, because I'm not trying to bore you with the same build over and over and over again. So here's one thing I don't think you're really going to care about, but as you can tell, all these floating platforms, they need a place to go. And I have a lot of basalt from my farm, and I was like, you know what, I'll do the annoying task of filling the terrain up, even though like realistically I could have chose like any other block to do this, and for some reason I chose soul sand. That's because I'm mining out my nether, and I just had a lot of this, so I was like, you know what, the brown block makes it look like decent, and I don't know, I just like the way it looked. Now I think it is time to show you guys something. I think it's finally time to get a full view at this castle. This castle has been so much fun to work on, and I am not done. I added a little bit of shading with the tough blocks and some other small things, but the majority of this castle still has so much to be completed, and I need your help. I'm not the greatest with interiors, and I could use some building tips along the way, because there's a lot of empty space, there's a lot of terraining I gotta do, and I'm super excited for that. But I think the one thing that I'm glad I could do is that I could relate this building to something. This building is going to be the centerpiece, so it needs to look the part. It needs to show this area off in a way that I haven't done before. So if you like this video and maybe want to drop a like or comment and maybe a subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I would truly love if I could hit it. But with that, I will see you next time in my Forever World. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.